All right. I think we are live. Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Jones, Deputy Head of School for Adult Learning, and I have with me here my fabulous graduation advisors, Tony Wade, and Janelle. So hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully some people are joining us live. If not, maybe you can watch this later and comment what you think is important about the topic here that we're going to discuss. So this month, our team is talking about loving the arts. We, all three of us, have done something related to the arts throughout our time here and have it's been an important part for some of us, maybe not so much for everybody, but it certainly has played a part. So the arts include so many subjects. You got music, fine arts like drawing and painting, theater, and so much more. So there's lots of things that kind of fall into the category of the arts. I was all about the arts when I was in school. I was in chorus and band. And then I also was part of a Sweet Adelines group, which is a female barbershop group. I know, aren't I awesome? Actually, it was really fun. We wore these cummerbunds and bow ties. Yeah, it was really fun. And then I was also in theater, and one of my favorite roles that I played was Sister Hubert in Nonsense when I was in 11th grade. 10th grade, 11th grade. I think it was 11th grade. Yeah, I know it all blends together, right, guys? So those were the things that I did. What about you guys? Did you guys participate in the arts when you were in school or after school or whatever?
I did not nearly as much as you. I mean, I remember growing up, like everybody in my school did chorus and band. I played the clarinet because everybody played the clarinet. Yeah, it's like everybody, if you're a girl, you played the flute or the clarinet, you know. Luckily, it's not that way anymore. But later, I did theater in college, which I really enjoyed. For me, it was huge. It helped me meet people, really found, my people, as they say. I'll tell you, though, I really noticed the arts in my kids' life, probably because I'm old and it's easier to remember, but also because, they've been going through this whole pandemic and also just the life they are now. And the arts have saved, I mean, literally, they found their people. I mean, they got really into it and made their best friends in chorus, music, and musical theater. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that is really cool. What about you, Tony?
Well, elementary school, middle school, so all through 8th grade, we had art classes, music classes that were actually part of our curriculum. And in 8th grade, I made a clay piece. It was fantastic. I called it Men Are Pigs. It was absolutely the best thing I have ever created in my life. Well, I guess outside of my kids. Yeah. But it's still up in my attic. It's fantastic. It has a, male face and then a pig on top of it because, I was a little jaded as a tween, but it is what it is.
And then 13-year-old.
That is awesome.
Yes. And then I actually started playing the flute because, girl played the flute. In 4th grade, played that all the way up through marching band, the whole 9 yards. And then I also did chorus. Outside of school, I was part of 4-H and I did sewing, which is a form of art.
Yes, absolutely.
One of my friends who was actually more into sewing than I was, for her senior project, she designed and made all of our prom dresses. So it was amazing to be part of that experience for her and watch her design it. My kids have not found their people in arts. I mean, my son does chorus and he's going to do theater, whether he wants to or not. They're doing Phantom of the Opera this year. Great. Love it. But yeah, they found their people on the field.
Yeah.
But we still have
that's good. Everybody finds their people.
Everybody finds their people, yeah. But I do make sure they get their arts in. So,
yes, yeah. because
so I've looked into this because, got to make sure I'm doing the best for the kids, right? So I found all of these really awesome facts about how art impacts and benefits you in other areas of study. And so the one that I found that was actually most surprising is that the different genres of arts are beneficial in different ways. So, for instance, dance tends to benefit your critical thinking more, while drama helps you improve your reading comprehension. So, the different types of art that you do help you in different ways. So, the
That's
biggest thing
really
to me
interesting.
meant you have to do them all. So do as many arts as you can, and then you'll see more benefits and overall benefits. And
Uh-huh.
the other thing is that not that art is not just a standalone course. So you do have those, standalone courses where you do, just chorus or just art for the day. But there's also integrating it into other subjects. And the easiest, example is if you're reading a play in English class, everybody gets a part and acts it out. So then you're incorporating the different arts into your subjects, which helps learn
Right.
better. And then single exposure to arts, which is like field trips, assemblies, and things. All of them have their own benefits, like the different ways that they help you in addition to the different things that you're
Yeah.
doing have benefits. So
Oh, that's really cool.
it's awesome. And then in general, I found that, art education helps focus better. It improves social skills and it improves self-esteem. So, if you have a kid that maybe is a little shy, a little timid, see how they do in chorus, so, brings it out because you're doing the performance and then improves your
Mm-hmm.
self-esteem. And then academically, they develop habits of mind, which was a new term for me. I was like, habits of mind, but it's things like creativity and patience. So,
Oh,
and it also helps to close the achievement gap. So I don't know if you've heard of the achievement gap. It's the differences in like graduation rates and just overall education between
mhm.
higher income and lower income areas. And the arts actually help to close that up. So that was really, really awesome to see that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
And
really
then,
interesting. And
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, I was to say the single most important thing, which, as a parent, you really were looking for, students who participate in the arts do increasingly better on their standardized testing, have higher GPAs, higher graduation rates, and a higher level of education in general. So put your kids in art, any type of art, do it.
This is an advertisement for putting
An
your kids in art.
advertisement for arts. I love the arts.
It's so true. It helps students academically, socially, and also very much with their mental health. So that's kind of what I dug into a little bit, is looking at how do the fine arts help with mental health. And the studies have shown for years and years everything that Tony just talked about, and also that students who are in fine arts tend to have less depression, less stress, less anxiety. That's been a fact for years and years. What was interesting is now looking through the pandemic, when they lost a lot of those opportunities to do the arts because we weren't meeting for chorus or band or theater. They weren't able to do art class in an art room, because there was a lot of virtual learning. So even though they were still studying the arts and maybe even trying to do some things at home, that showed what a significant impact that had on students. Obviously, a lot of other things were going on at the time. But now that we've come back, they're really looking at how giving students the opportunity to get involved in fine arts is helping them dramatically. So students, and I didn't save all the numbers, but the students that are coming back and getting involved in the fine arts versus students that are not, whether they don't have the opportunity or just don't have the interest. The students that are coming back into the fine arts have reduced stress levels, reduced anxiety, all kinds of those factors. So it's been really interesting to see the pre-pandemic, the during pandemic, and then what's happening as these kids are coming back from pandemics. So what I did look up is just kind of, why, like, what does it do? What do fine arts do for not just children, but for us when you're involved in fine arts. And it's really interesting. So all these different parts of the brain and all these different ways that being part of a fine arts class can help you. So problem solving, you don't necessarily think about that. Last times you think that's math or science, but there's tons of opportunity for problem solving, keeping an open mind, developing skills and reasoning and understanding, all within the fine arts. Self-directed, which is huge right now. We're a new world now. We're a very virtual based world. Being able to be self-directed, that is something that is really, you often get in the opportunity in those art classes, just fine art classes. Being socially responsible, being fluent in technology. What I found really interesting, because I was like, technology doesn't have anything to do with the fine arts, right? But it does. They develop information and media literacy skills. Their social media is a huge part of the fine arts today. The graphic design, the way that they've developed. We did this that one time here when we were putting stuff in there on that like web page of our ideas and stuff, and
brainstorming like together.
Yeah, I mean, there's like so many of these programs now that are all part of it. Organization, of course, creativity, communication, all of that. So it's just really interesting. It's been an ongoing thing forever, but fine arts and the opportunity to do those things within the classroom and outside of the classroom has huge impact on the mental health of our students, the teachers, the parents, everybody.
Yeah. No, that's really cool though, to think that, you know, what can happen just from, you know, I wonder if it relates to some of like finding yourself and finding your passion in the arts leads to confidence and leads to some self-actualization and self-direct, you know what I mean? Like, because I think a lot of people do find their passion or find their drive or, you know, find their people, like we talked about earlier, right? Like, I think all of that comes together and certainly can impact our mental health as well as our academic performance and, you know, all those other things like Tony was talking about. So
responsibility and accountability and, you know.
And the best stress relief is going and belting out some songs in the car. So, you know, arts is important as an adult
like
too.
that, actually.
Yes.
I find that really good. Or while I'm cooking.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
The Alexa playing.
Yes. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want her to turn on here, but when you have those little devices maybe in your kitchen that play music and you could just sing along and have a good time. So so I found a couple of interesting facts, some did you knows or fun facts about the arts. The first one is art used to be an Olympic event between 1912 and 1948. I know, Tony, I had the same look.
Yeah.
Medals were given out for sports inspired artwork.
Ooh.
They should bring that back. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We'll be watching for that. Where's the next one? Is it in Japan?
Paris, because they just added cheerleading.
Oh, Paris. Oh, I saw that. Paris or cheerleading was just added. Yes. Yes. We're crossing paths here. The Mona Lisa has her own mailbox because she gets so much fan mail.
Speaking of Paris,
that was pretty cool. Yeah, she's in Paris. Everything goes back to Paris. The oldest known art is over 40,000 years old. So art is not a new thing. Art has been around since the dawn of time, since people could think creatively. That's really cool too. And then kind of to jump off something that Tony said earlier, students who take 4 years of art and music class score an average of 150 points higher on the SATs than students who take 1.5 years or less. So like that's where you can see like an outcome from an academic
Mhm.
perspective, right? Like I just, that kind of blew me out of the water when I saw that it really does make a significant impact from an academic perspective. So those are just some things that I found. I'm sure there are other things out there that could surprise us. And maybe none of this surprised you, any of our audience out there. But if you do participate in the arts, we'd love to see in the comments things that you do. We talked about chorus and band and musical theater and all of that, but there are so many other things, sewing, like Tony mentioned, so
Mhm.
many other things that really could be encapsulated in the arts. It's such a big area. So leave them in the comments and let us know what you participate in so that we can see.
Yeah, I think so. I think that sums it up very well, Betsy. Share with us what you've done. I was thinking about as we were talking, we have, this has been what, 44,000 years old, you said, is the
Yeah,
first art. I mean,
40,000.
art
Yeah.
clearly is important, and the arts are clearly important. And as educators, we are always going to remind people of that and fight to make sure that fine arts are available everywhere and to everyone. And all the research says, yes, this is why. So yeah,
Mhm.
share with us how some fine arts impacted you at some point, and we'll continue the conversation.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Bye.